Meanwhile, this internal watchdogs at the Justice Department are blasting the FBI for botching the investigation into that former USA girls gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar. The Inspector General saying the Bureau failed to address allegations of sexual abuse by Nassar with the, quote, utmost seriousness and urgency that the case deserved and required, end quote. Now, that report saying that Nassar continued working with athletes for more than a year, abusing more than 70 athletes while the investigation went nowhere. Joining us to discuss right now is Victor Avila, Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent, author of Agent Under Fire, A Murder and a Manifesto. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us, Victor. This is not just a case of incompetence. To point to the report, it says that an agent at the FBI field office in Indianapolis made false statements to cover up his mishandling of the case and his failure to respond for months. The report also charging him with ethics violations. In the end, his failure led to more gymnasts, sadly, being sexually abused. What needs to happen now?
The first word that comes to my mind here, Sean, is a lack of leadership from the way top all the way down to your group supervisor. As a retired supervisory special agent, I still remember the words from my first group supervisor say, you have to treat these cases when you go and then start investigating these cases very slow and methodical. You have to treat it this way because remember, as a criminal investigator, you're obtaining evidence to build the case with the interviews of the victims. It's all building the case for prosecution purposes. And there's a chain of evidence, the command, all this that you have to keep in mind while you're conducting these long-term investigations. And there's also protocols in our, as a special agent, there's protocols that you have to file a report within so many hours. You have to open a case in the computer within so many hours of having contact once you are notified of a case. I just cannot believe how long these agents took to take that kind of action. And so it's important to know that the case also begins, there's a second beginning of a case. Once you slap cuffs on a subject or the accused, now you have to look at the court system. And so you have to have had all your ducks in a row before that even happens.
Well, let's point to what you were talking about there because you're not the only one. One of the accusers, Olympic medalist Ali Reisman, tweeted this. For an organization that has claimed for the past 15 plus years that athlete safety is the #1 priority, it's impossible to imagine a greater failure. I want to give the FBI's response here as well, just to show both sides. The FBI issued a statement saying, quote, the actions and also the inactions of certain FBI employees described in the report are inexcusable. Okay, so that's from the FBI on it. Meantime, 2 U.S. senators are pushing for congressional hearings on this report. What can the Senate do to hold the FBI accountable at this point?
I think you have to start at the top. You have to start with the FBI director and see what is happening at the FBI from a leadership standpoint, from supervisors, from assistant special agent in charge, from special agent in charges at these field offices around the country. Why is it that there's no accountability being handed down from the top all the way down to the field agent? There's obviously a broken system here in communication and enforcement of maybe disciplinary action. It's something that has to be looked at very closely because we cannot continue to, or at least the FBI, continue to build these cases have so many loopholes that could eventually jeopardize the results in some of these cases, maybe not in this one, but in others can jeopardize the result of these convictions.
Well, it's great to get your expertise on this. Victor Avila sharing that live here on National Report. Victor, good to see you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, for more reaction, we'll bring our panelists in for today. For the 11 o'clock hour, we do have Quincy McKnight, U.S. congressional candidate for Tennessee, joining us live. There he is. Quincy, good to see you. Jennifer Kearns, host of All American Radio with Jennifer Kearns, publisher at allamericannews.com and a Newsmax contributor. Good to see both of you here. Jen will be us in just a little bit. Quincy, I'll start with you on this. The sad and shocking truth to this is that a lot of these situations in regards to what happened with Larry Nassar could have been prevented based on this report.
That is correct. And here's the thing with the FBI. For many years now, people have been saying that the FBI has turned, instead of doing investigative work, they've made it a political issue. For years, for example, in the Black community, let's take it back a little bit. Martin Luther King, for example, let's use that as an example. Martin Luther King was set up by the FBI, and also informants were put inside of the organizations just to prove a political point here and there. So investigative processes now have gotten out of control. And this is the same thing that Black people have been saying for years to investigate the FBI. It's almost criminal what they're doing. So I think the FBI needs to be investigated themselves regarding this. And as a matter of fact, I believe President Trump had a lot to say regarding this process last year.
Let me get to Jen Kearns. I believe she's standing by as well, one of our panelists for the 11 o'clock hour. Jen, I hope that you were listening into that interview there with Victor Avila, and then the conversation I was having with Quincy. This report points to some of these instances might have been preventable based on the quickness or the lack of quickness in this investigation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, Sean. The FBI, if you remember, also missed the huge signs prior to the Parkland, Florida shooting. I mean, the FBI has been asleep at the switch in many of these major cases, yet they have been keen to investigate Donald Trump for the last basically 5 years. This is really interesting because the public polling on American opinion on the FBI is pretty interesting. Roughly 30% of the American public, Sean, think that the FBI is biased in their investigations. That number is even higher when you break it down by political party. Almost zero Republicans trust the FBI to do their job. If you look at the witch hunts that the FBI has done in the last 4 or 5 years, Sean, it would make J. Edgar Hoover blush.
A major PR issue on their hands today, and it will be interesting to see their response. And if reporters hit on this, we hope that they will. We've got to hold them accountable.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.